Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 6. Let me introduce our member group. I am Ferliza Marsha, NPM 15, for the first speaker. The next, Dias Arifatwa, NPM 05, for the second speaker. And the next, Rafli Andri Brilliant Prawira, NPM 36, for the last speaker. Okay, right now we will explain the material about portfolio. The first, portfolio concept. A portfolio is a collection of a person's work that is systematically complete to show his or her development, abilities, and achievement in a file. In education, portfolios are used to assess students or students' learning outcomes over time. Example: an English education student saves all his assessment, exam results, project, and study reflection in one digital or physical folder. From there, lecturer can see how their writing or speaking skills improve during one semester. The next, portfolio function. The first, as assessment tool, help lecturer or teacher assess students' abilities as a whole, not just from exam scores. The second, as a material for reflection. Students can see their progress from time to time. The third, as education. Keep tangible evidence of work for academic purpose or applying for a job. The fourth, as motivation. Encourage students to continue to improve the quality of their work. Okay, for the next slide, will be explained by Dias Arifatwa. Dias Arifatwa, time is yours.
Okay, thanks to Felicia. So the next material will be presented by me. So the next is portfolio objectives. Number one is assess the development of students' abilities as a whole. So number two, foster a sense responsibility for one's own learning outcomes. Number three, encourage active and reflective learning. Number four is provide a real picture of the potential and progress of students. So for the example, an art student creates a portfolio of paintings to show his or her progress in drawing techniques from the beginning of the semester to the end. So the next material is types of portfolios. The type of portfolio depends on the purpose and content. Number one is working portfolio. Contains all the results of work over time, including those that are not yet perfect. Example is all the coursework collected over a semester. Number two is showcase portfolio. Contains the best work selected by the students themselves. For the example, students choose the 3 best written works to show the lecturers or potential employers. Number three is assessment portfolio. Used by teachers, lectures to assess progress and learning outcomes. Example, the lectures assess a portfolio that contains project reports, reflections, and presentations. Number four, reflective portfolio. Content notes or personal reflections on what has been learned and what needs to be improved. Example, students write a reflection after the teaching's practice about what worked and what needed to be improved. So that was all for me. So the next material will be presented by Rafli. The Rafli, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for Dias. I will continue the material portfolio assessment steps. In order for the portfolio evaluation to go well, there are several steps that need to be taken. Number 1, define the purpose of the assessment. For example, to assess writing, speaking, or critical thinking skills. Number 2, specify the type of portfolio, whether the portfolio is documentation, appearance, or reflective. Number 3, define the assessment criteria. For example, aspect of the content, neatness, authenticity, creativity, and self-reflection. Number 4, collect the result of the work. Students collect relevant assessment, reports, and works. Next, number 5, selecting and compiling portfolios. Students choose the best works and organize them systematically. Next, number 6, assess portfolios. Lecture assess based on the rubric or criteria that have been determined. Next, number 7, provide feedback. Lecture give comments or suggestions so that students can improve their result in the future. For example, in the learning strategy, students are asked to create a portfolio containing lesson plans, learning media, and reflection. Lecture assess based on creativity, suitability of lesson plans, and reflective skills. Okay, next, designing a portfolio. The steps are: number 1, define portfolio goals. For example, for final project assessment or job application. Number 2, choose the format. It can be physical like Mapbinder or digital Google Drive, Canva, or personal blog. Next, number 3, gather relevant documents or works. For example, assessment, activity photo, certificate, project result, and personal reflection. Number 4, organize is systematically like a front page, like name, identify, destination, like table of contents, work or assessment result, and reflection and closing. Next, number 5, double check the content and appearance. This makes sure the content is neat, logical, and easy to read. For example, PGSD, student create a digital portfolio containing like bio and objective, learning implementation plan or RPP. And next, photo during teaching practice, and learning video and certificate of seminar activity. And I think this all.
Okay, the last conclusion explained by me. Conclusion: a portfolio is a collection of a person's work that show how their abilities and learning effort have developed over time. In education, portfolios are very useful for assessing students' progress, not just from test scores, but also from the process and results of their work. By creating a portfolio, students can see their own development, learn from experience, and be motivated to keep improving themselves. Additionally, portfolio can also be used as evidence of real skills when applying for job or demonstrating academic achievement. So, a portfolio is not just a collection of assessment, but a story about our learning journey and personal development. Okay, that's all material from our group. Thank you so much and sorry for our mistakes. Bye-bye.